action. Hello, welcome to my greenhouse, and today we're going to venture out into the garden to plant up some primroses. What we're going to do is actually pot them up, but I'm going to show you two different methods of potting up. One will be where we're building the compost up, and the other will be where we're actually planting them in, which would be exactly the same as if we were planting them into a bed or an existing pot that had items in it. Just need a quick hat change because I'm going outside. So what you might be able to see is that the level in this front pot here is a little bit lower and it's higher in the back pot there. And that's because I'm going to show you the building up technique here, the potting up, and then the planting in technique in that one. What I've actually done with these is I've essentially made sure I've got good drainage holes in the bottom, put some broken bits of pots to cover the holes, then I've built up the level, squeezing them out. You can place them in. So as you can see, I've put all 6 plants in. Normally I like to plant in odd numbers like 5s, but as you can see, it sort of fills the whole space, so you don't really notice it by the eye there. Now all I've got to do is, when I'm happy with how they're spaced, I just fill in amongst. So I've got some more of my peat-free multi-purpose here. So what I'm doing is I'm just filling in the gaps in between and barely putting a dusting on top of the root ball of the primroses. So when I say root ball, what I mean is that this top level here, I don't really want to exceed it by any more than a slight dusting, because then there's a danger of rotting off all these lovely leaves and shoots, flower buds. And all I'm doing is very gently firming around as I go, and that's it. I could water it in, but the compost is moist, so I don't need to do that, especially as it's cold tonight. But I just need to keep an eye on the watering level, and I need to just pick over these flowers and these leaves as they start to go over. And that's my lovely primrose pot. Now, planting in. Okay, so with these pots, I'm always looking to have them, like you saw with the last one, have the compost level come to just below the pot, maybe ½ an inch below, something like that, just so that when you water them or it rains, the compost doesn't wash out over the top of the pot. Now this one's full pretty much to the top, as you can see, just sort of ½ an inch, maybe an inch below the surface. And I'm just going to plant into these like I would plant into the ground, or if I had other things in this pot. So I've just got a good planting trowel there, and all I'm going to do is I like to go like that if I'm planting near an edge, and then I'm just firming the compost around. Another one here. So again, I'm popping that and then popping there, pop that in. I can firm that into the place I want it. And as you can see, it's a bit messier than the building up method. If you've got any low spots once you've planted up, you just obviously take some compost and just build it up a tiny bit. There we go. The only thing left to do now is pop a label. It's Primrose bicolour. And what I don't like to do is stick it in the middle like that, because I think they look very ugly, particularly these plastic ones which someone gave me very kindly. So what I do is I just tuck them in the edge there, so they can't really be seen, but I know where to look for them and hike them out if anyone asks me what variety they are, or I want to remind myself. The best thing to do would be to plant them where you're going to actually have them, because then you don't have to worry about any lifting. That would be my best tip. Cut.